All right, good evening, everybody. You got a little behind-the-scenes look at what goes on before a concert. One of the reasons that we're doing it a little bit differently during this concert is that this whole concert is going to be professionally recorded. And often throughout, as band directors, we submit these recordings to different events to see for the opportunity to perform at different places throughout the United States. If your child was in this group last year, we traveled to Indianapolis and were performed at the National Concert Band Festival last year. You had to submit an audition tape, so we went through a similar process to this a couple years ago. So one important thing is, if you have any devices that make noise, you want to turn those off at this point so that we don't have anything go off during the actual playing as we go through each of these pieces. What you saw too is us kind of getting used to the stage itself. So we don't play on this stage on a usual basis, so we've only been here one other time, and that was in December. So we played a little bit to get used to it, and also did some tuning stuff beforehand to make sure we sound our absolute best for our performance this evening. So we have three really cool pieces that we're going to play this evening, all very different. The first one is called Traveling Music, and this is a really fun piece. It's going to be kind of upbeat. It's really fast. We started it a little bit earlier. That was the one that you heard that was kind of fast. And it's based on a very familiar tune. So your challenge is to figure out what tune this is based on as we play it. Some of you might already know it because you heard your students practicing it at home. So you're like, oh, I know what that is. So we hope you enjoy our first piece, which is called Traveling Music. Awesome. So we have a couple of announcements that are coming up at the end of 8th grade, especially if you have an 8th grader that's going into high school next year, believe it or not. Many of them are doing marching band, which is coming up. After this concert, this next week, you're going to start to receive, you've already started to receive, but you're going to receive even more emails about marching band things. So we have a mini camp that's coming up. We're going to be sending out information about instruments, because a lot of instruments for marching band are different, and what you have to do for all of that. So how do you get an instrument? When do we get it? All of those sorts of things. We'll be sending out an instrument email. We'll be sending out stuff about what they need to have and what they need to bring. We'll be talking about a lot of that during class too, and answering their questions that they may have. So getting everything ready and geared up for the marching band. Another announcement is flowers. If you bought flowers at the flower sale that we had just recently, those are being delivered on Saturday. So if you bought any flowers, you want to pick those up here in the high school at the Small Commons from 9 to 11:30 on Saturday. So if you picked or bought anything there, we appreciate your support, but don't forget to pick it up or else we'll go plant it somewhere else. So our next piece, many of you may have heard before. We played this one at the Music for All Regional Concert Band Festival, which was hosted here at Mason. We had many bands from all around the area come. The furthest one came from Illinois, which is really cool. There was a middle school band that came from Illinois. They played at many prestigious events. And we were actually running 2 stages, so there was concerts going on this stage, but there was also concerts where we played over in our Small Commons. So since that point, this piece has come a long way. You kind of saw it on its halfway point as far as how fast it goes and our technical proficiency with it. So I think you're really going to enjoy our run-through. We've been doing run-throughs of these during the day during band class, where we set up a little fake auditorium in the middle school cafeteria. And today's run-through was spectacular. So I'm really excited to share this piece with you, Undertow. All right, we saved the best for last, or at least the most fun for last, or the most recognizable for last. One of those. Our final piece this evening, many of you know there's a big movie franchise, The Avengers, that's been going on for almost 10 years. I pride myself, I've been gone and seen the first Iron Man back in 2008 when it came out. And finally, it kind of came all full circle, and we started learning this piece right around the time the movie was coming out, still in theaters. So this is a bunch of themes compiled in here that you might recognize. So a lot of fun for us to learn. And surprisingly, I think we've probably played this maybe about 5 times total all the way through. So they've learned it very quickly as well. It's kind of fun once we get to the end of our final semester here, how much they can do on the first try, which is really cool. And that doesn't just happen by accident. There's a whole lot of people here supporting all of the music that goes on at Mason. I have 2 fantastic colleagues that are up here helping all the time. I got to wave my arms on tonight's concert, but it would not happen without Zach Henson and Kayla Cavanaugh, who are here as well helping out. They are conducting the other bands that were last night or on Monday evening. We also have a team of 6th grade band directors that are here helping move stands around, helping everybody in the warm-up room. Plus we got our high school directors who are here helping out, recording, videoing for us so we can show them videos of it tomorrow. So a whole big team. Plus we have a great admin team that supports us at the middle school to allow us and allow things like this to happen at Mason. So it's a huge thing. And the last big important one is all the families here. Without the family support, what we do up here could not ever happen. So we appreciate all of that. So we're going to end this evening with The Avengers. I hope you enjoy it. It's been a fantastic semester. I can't tell you how much Third Bell, this is when these guys meet, we look forward to it every day. And some of you have 7th graders, and they'll be back again next year. We'll be putting this whole thing together. Some of your students are moving on to high school, and we'll see them over the summer as well, either in lessons or marching band, or just when they have concerts at the high school next year. So it's been a treat. I hope you enjoy our last piece. Have a great evening and a safe drive home.